Anyone would consider wearing this golden crown a stroke of luck. It symbolized the highest authority in the Danish kingdom, but the headstrong beauty thought otherwise. With a look of utter disdain, Sophia Magdalena of Brandenburg-Kulmbach declared to her husband, "I need something entirely different. I won't even try that on. After Reventlow? Impossible." From a young age, Sophia Magdalena was marked by extreme arrogance. Born in the first year of the 18th century, the princess hailed from the junior branch of the Hohenzollern dynasty, meaning she could claim kinship with half of Europe's monarchs. Moreover, she was acutely aware of her own attractiveness. However, what mattered more was her upbringing. She was raised among fervent pietists, individuals who placed immense importance on piety, constant self-improvement, and meticulous adherence to all church doctrines. One would think Sophia Magdalena would become meek as a lamb. Yet, she learned something different. There were so many people around her whose virtues were questionable, while she herself was nearly perfect. In the year 1721, Sophia Magdalena met the Danish crown prince, to whom she was destined to be wed. They shared remarkably similar worldviews, and that same year, they joyfully entered into marriage. They communicated in German, the princess's native language, and I should mention that throughout her life, Sophia Magdalena never bothered to learn Danish. By her own admission, she found it an ugly language that gave her headaches and, believe it or not, caused her heartburn. Such a capricious princess. Prince Christian had his own headaches. Anna von Reventlow, his father's second wife. King Frederick had once loved her so intensely that, despite having a lawful wife and the church's disapproval, he married her again. While Queen Louise was still alive, the Danish king had been a bigamist for many years, and the family of the second queen enjoyed numerous privileges. This infuriated the king's relatives, especially the children. But that year, the first queen passed away. The king married once more, now officially, and crowned his beloved spouse. Prince Christian's dislike for Miss von Reventlow grew exponentially. Naturally, he shared all his thoughts about Anna and his father with his wife. Proud Sophia Magdalena viewed the Danish queen as an absurdity, a woman of non-royal blood on the throne. Who did she think she was? The relationship between the two women was hostile, and throughout the 10 years that the previous order remained, Prince Christian's wife made it clear to Anna von Reventlow that she considered herself superior. She could walk out in Anna's presence without asking for permission, ignore her during encounters, or decline invitations to dinner. When King Frederick passed away, his son and heir, exactly what everyone expected of him, immediately banished Anna from Copenhagen. This was his way of avenging the years of humiliation his mother had endured. He then began preparing for his coronation. Here, however, arose a snag. His wife, Sophia Magdalena, absolutely refused to wear the crown that belonged to Anna von Reventlow. She considered it beneath her dignity to don the jewels of a woman of low birth. No amount of persuasion that the crown passed from queen to queen, and that Anna was merely one of many who had worn it, could change her mind. The Danish queen insisted on her whim. A new crown was non-negotiable. The new King Christian couldn't resist for long. He was accustomed to yielding to his wife. Thus, a separate crown was created for Sophia Magdalena. The Queen of Denmark continued to get everything she desired. Christian built her 4 grand palaces, appointed and dismissed ministers at her request, and to keep her happy, brought her mother and sister to Copenhagen. Each royal family member had their own court, with expenses fully covered by the king. And since Sophia Magdalena's insatiable appetite for luxury never waned, the Danish treasury dwindled year by year. The queen's absolute power lasted for 15 years. When she turned 46, King Christian passed away, and following his death, his son Frederick V ascended to the Danish throne. Fully aware of Sophia Magdalena's unpopularity, he suggested she move to one of the palaces and refrain from interfering in the kingdom's politics. She had no choice but to comply. The capricious Queen of Denmark spent much of her later life in the residence of Horsham. She died in the year 1770. Her son, the king, received the news with indifference. His mother had never been close to him. They even spoke different languages. Frederick was fluent in Danish,